Hey everyone, Trina here, back with another mixed media art demo. Today we're going to be doing a little image transfer with some very sad colored paper. My printer ran out of gray, and I didn't realize how much gray is an important color. This is supposed to actually be like a really dark rust. The blues came out okay, but we're going to still kind of play with it anyway. So let's get started. First thing I'm going to do is put down some hand sanitizer and come in with my foam brush. So we're just gonna saturate the front. I am working on Arches hot pressed watercolor paper today. I found that this is a really good paper for image transfers, inkjet transfers. We're gonna do the back side just to make sure we got that paper nice and saturated. This paper is super absorbent. I started using this last week in the inkjet transfers because I ran out of my other paper. But then I found this paper in my stash and was amazed at how crisp and clean the transfers came out. Now, that being said, it's probably not going to work. So we're saturating the other side again. You want to saturate it, but not have it standing. See, I've got these pools of standing sanitizer, which doesn't really work. You want a little bit. You want it to be like like a gloss sheen. I'm going to tilt this so you can kind of see it. See how that's kind of just shiny? You don't want too much of that. Okay, so let's just sort of roll this down. Get it where we want it to get it. Oh, that's a lot. I kind of got too much sanitizer there. It's kind of moving around a little bit. That's okay. If you do get too much, it'll just squirt out the edge. Okay, so back to brayering. Oh my God. The hand sanitizer can absolutely release the paint on your brayer. So that's something to know. It's a good way to clean your tools, actually. So we're just going to go in here with the bone folder, just give a little extra scrape down. And I'm not too concerned with this transferring perfectly, because, you know, grunge is my thing, but we kind of want most of it off. Okay, let's see what we got. I think we got a good one. That's fun. So I printed off, or I Gelli printed some paper on the medical exam paper. And I kind of did this technique where I like sprayed down the paper and then sort of put it on the Gelli plate. It helped lift off the color a lot better. Let me show you a little video real quick. Okay, so let me show you how I made these papers. I've laid down some of the acrylic paint here. This is burnt sienna, and this is the Payne's gray, and then I've got a little bit of yellow ochre up here too. Let me just roll a little bit of that out. So the idea is that it's just messy, right? But we want some white space. So what I did, I've got my med exam paper here, and I just sort of pressed in the stamp. So that's going to leave marks there. And then we can put marks, we can stamp those over here, right? So we've got stamps there, stamps there. I don't want too much of this. It's a little mustardy. This is just to give you an idea. So then we've got stamps. And then I'm going to take another stamp here. And the idea is that we're kind of just taking off and stamping into the plate kind of randomly. And when I did this, before I had 2 sheets of paper that I was working on, but you can definitely do it with 1. So here we have some really cool first layers. So we're kind of just building up layers. Does that make sense? So I'm just going to keep going here. I just kind of stumbled across this, and you're going to see that we're getting some really interesting pieces here. Let me get the splash stamp back out. It's the next part that's going to be amazing, I promise. So this is almost like layer one. What I discovered was, move this over. This is our very messy plate. But I discovered if I spray just a little bit of water on the paper, because my problem is that my plate's drying too fast. And I was having problems getting the right lift for these papers, but look what happens when you wet it down. So you wet it down a little bit, just a little spritz. And you pull it up. Look at those fun painterly colors we got. So let's keep going. We don't want it all covered because we want some of that white space so they're more transparent. But you see where I'm going here, right? I mean, you see what's happening? We can spray down the plate and the paper, so let's try that. I don't think this works as well. I mean, it kind of worked. It's just my little tip for the day. So let's get back to the work. Okay, so this is the paper that we just made in that video, a little video segment. And you can see it's pretty transparent, and it's got some really fun colors going through here. We're not gonna use that one today, but I just wanted to show you how, what it looked like when it was dry. Okay, so this is the one we're gonna use, I think. And there's some really fun areas in here. I'm thinking I really like this part through here, but I also really like this part. So let me decide what I'm gonna do. Okay, so this is what I'm gonna do as far as laying these down. Let's start with this one up here. I really like this. When I made these papers before, I only used two colors, the Payne's Gray and the Burnt Sienna. I think it's helpful just to use two colors. If you get three, the blend gets weird. Like you could see in that other paper, I don't think it was nearly as successful as just two colors. But I love this. Like, look how fun that shape is. And I love the I can't even say that word, randomness of how we made those papers. Just sort of applying stamps and colors and scraping away and taking off. And it's really fun to do. Like, honestly, it's super fun. Okay. Let's wet down our paper here. So it's matte medium, acrylic medium. And then we put down some, wet down our, ooh, that's going to be fun. Look how transparent that is. That's fun. Wet down our med exam paper. That's fun. And then another layer of matte medium, acrylic medium. I think that looks really cool. That's kind of giving me the color that I wanted, that I didn't get from the printer. Okay, I gotta trim this down a little bit. So I can't find my good scissors. You know, we all have the good scissors. I can't find mine. I've got these janky ones that I think have a crack in them or something on them, because it doesn't cut straight. Okay, enough about my scissor problems. Okay, let's see. I want it right through there. I want that to overlap a little bit. And I know I'm covering up a lot of this, what we put down, but that's okay, because that's the point. You may have noticed I don't get very attached to my layers. That's, if you start doing that, you'll never make progress. You'll never, you'll get hampered down by indecision, it's best to make a decision and just sort of move on from there. We're getting some good texture through here. So yeah, that's why I don't really fuss about things very often. I just sort of move on and let it happen. Okay, so that looks pretty cool. I'm still not loving this part down here, but I think we're gonna do some jelly printing over this now that we have our shapes down and are very happy with our formations through here. We can start adding in some more layers. I think I'm going to add something down there. So let's let this dry and then we'll come back to it. Okay, I'm going to lay down some Payne's Gray so we can cover up this bit down here that I don't like. I'm not sure if that's going to be big enough. Let me make it a little bigger. It's a pretty big gap. I don't know what I was thinking when I cut that piece. Oops. Like, when do I ever cut anything in a V? It's very strange. Okay, let's take this stamp and stamp in to this. So we're going to get a little bit of it. And then I think that's cool, but let's add some mesh into that as well. Okay. I think I like that. So now it's going to have a different shape than just the stamp. Give us something a little new. Okay, I think I got this. Oh, good. Awesome. And it probably won't cover up all of it, but it's going to tone it down a little bit. Like, I don't know why I didn't just cut it straight. I do have a piece of plastic here on my jelly plate so that we can use the Baron on the back. Light pressure. Okay. Yeah, I think that works. Okay, where are we moving on to next? We've got some stuff down here. Probably want something up here. I don't know what that's going to be. Okay, I want to do a little bit of gray up here. So this is the Gray Mild from the 50 Shades of Grey set. One of these days I'm going to have to order some more of that because I'm slowly using up my stash. I love a good gray. Okay, so this stuff dries really fast, so we want to work a little quicker here. I got a lot on there. That's all right. It does dry really fast. So what I want to do is I'm just going to come in a little bit through here and just make some marks with our color shaper. Color shaper does a really good job of making marks. Yeah, I think that's good. You can see I got a lot of paint on here. I am going to clean up this little bit through here, just a little bit. I don't like that line and the shape of it. And I'm also going to put on a little bit of water here and clean off this bottom part because I don't want that getting on the piece when we print it. And that's probably dry, but better to be safe than sorry. Okay, let's flip this over. Let's see what we get. I kind of wanted it to be right up here. A little bit of tension between these two shapes to give it just a little bit of something, something. I think there still needs to be some, I need to go up a little more maybe. I don't know. I tend to be working in the bottom part of the page, which is fine. It's okay to have a lot of white space. Oh, I love that. Oh, I just really love that. That's so cool. Love it. Love the marks we get. Let's come in a little more close up so you guys can see what we did. So all of these marks are kind of mimicking each other. I like how this is see-through here, and you can kind of see some of that blue behind there. It kind of looks like a breaker almost, with the waves kind of coming up. I think that's pretty cool. I might want another bit of that, and I might want more of this color in there somewhere. Let me think about it. Okay, so I've mixed up a little bit of this blue with the Rubens watercolor palette that I got the other day. I'm kind of trying to mimic this color. It's a little different, but I only want to add just a little bit in here to kind of, it feels like it's a combination of these colors, which is weird. So it's like, I don't know. I don't know if this is helping or hurting. I mean, I don't think it's bad. I just want to add a little bit more of that color through here, because it's like a nice color. And I probably want to add it somewhere else. Maybe, I think I'm going to add just a little bit of this darker blue. Okay, that's way too much. That was way too much. Okay, maybe just let's add a little bit of that to that. Maybe. Let's see what we get. Yeah, I think that's good. And I'm just going to put like a little line through there. That's all I want. That's all I want through there. Okay. Okay, so I've rolled out a little bit of the ivory black and put on here the stamp that I made. I'll leave a link above to that tutorial. Then I'm putting a piece of deli paper over it because I just kind of want that little bit of it. And that's going to help me not print the whole thing as a little mask. Okay, where's my Baron? Baron has gone. Oh, there it is. Pressure in there. Yeah, see, that worked really well. Oh, now I have that little piece to use in collage. Okay. I like that. Let me put a little bit more on here. And make this again, but really small this time. Maybe smaller. I'm just gonna a little bit through here. Yeah, I think that works. I want some down here though. So I really liked what we did there, but I'm gonna add a little bit more of this stamp in here to kind of mimic. It's almost the exact same shape. Well, it is the same shape. Not almost, it is. I just want to print a little bit of that through here. Oh, there we go. And maybe just a little ghosty. But now I kind of want to bring, this is how this happens. Now I kind of want to bring that down a little bit. So let's just do a little bit more. I just want to bring it down like just a little bit through here. It doesn't have to be a lot. Like just through there. I'm just going to press it lightly because I don't want it to be, oh, that's perfect. Yeah, I like that. That's giving us some push and pull there. Do we even want to bring it down more? Maybe. I have another shape there. Let's just try. Let's roll a little bit of this out. Feeling it. Just making a mess here on my hands. Yeah, I kind of like that, but I think it's kind of missing something through there. So let's get out a skinny brayer and see if we can kind of make it mesh together a little better. Skinny brayer is awesome. I love this ivory black for printing because it prints like a really light intaglio ink, which is nice. Okay, so I went out some lines. I think we're gonna do yellow again today. And then maybe some carbon, and I think we're done. Okay, this one feels very straight to me, so I don't think we're gonna do as many wispy lines as we've done in the past. Make sure that's dry. I wanna put some through here, and I think I want a couple through here. And kind of just, well, let's just see what we get. I think I want some. This is the back of a skinny water petal brush. I mean, I don't want them to be perfectly straight. I think that works. Let's do just sort of these straight lines, I think is what I'm going for. Although I don't want them to be loopy. I gotta be mindful of not making loopies. I made some loopies down here. Okay. I want some through here, but I think I want those to be skinnier. Okay, so I'm just gonna use the edge of this palette knife. Oh, that's fun. I love that. So these marks are fastly becoming like my favorite part of my work right now. I don't know why. Maybe it's because they're so random. I mean, they're not random. They're obviously planned, but sort of planned. Through here. Maybe a few more. I'm liking. Okay. Okay, so I think I'm done with this one. I like the transfer that we did, even though we covered most of it up, but you can still see hints of it through the paper. I think that's going to be a more fun technique when I get my ink situation sorted out. I love the collage papers. This one is really fabulous. Fun way to add marks and textures without having to draw them in, and collage is fun. The stamps are good. Love the yellow lines, and that light blue I think is really fabulous. Kind of brings you through. And I think we've got a good push and pull of layers that bring you back and forth and let you travel through the piece, which is nice. And I like this little neutral gray bit just to sort of anchor it all. Let's see what it looks like with the matte. Okay, so here it is with the matte. I like it even more with the matte, even though the matte is really dirty. This is just a matte I keep around too. Obviously, I wouldn't sell anything with this horrible matte. So I think it really brings everything in. I think there's good balance, and I really like it. I like what we did here today. The only thing I might do is might take like a light blue pastel or something and make a few more lines, but I'm not going to do that. I'm going to sit with it for a while. I might do that at some point in the future. Just some texture through there, although I think it's pretty good already, so I probably will leave it. But I'm really liking the Payne's Gray and Burnt Sienna papers. I think that came out really fun. Okay, so don't forget to like and subscribe. Click over here to see the last video that I made. And I will see you probably on Monday or Tuesday, because tomorrow I'm watching the Euro Cup and the Copa America all day. So I'll be watching soccer and working on some other projects. Thanks so much. Have a good weekend. Talk to you later. Bye.